Hey, what's going on, True Fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's White Shadow, and today, guys, we got another XLR dynamic microphone to review, so let's jump into it. Alright, so today, guys, we are taking a look at the Heil PR77D. That's this guy right here. We are actually speaking into the PR77D for this entire review, so you're going to be listening to the microphone sound itself, and there is a couple different options of the sound that you can get from this microphone. But before we get into any of that nitty-gritty details, I do have to give a shout out to Heil for sending this microphone out to me for review. So thank you guys so much. It's been always great pleasure working with you. Okay, so starting off with the retail price of the microphone. The retail price of this microphone is right around $219, all the way up to about $249. I saw this on Amazon. You can get like bundles and things of that sort. They come with like a desktop stand, XLR cable, all of that fun stuff. But if you just want the mic itself, it will run you right around $219 on Amazon. But let's go ahead and take a look at the specs and all of the details of the actual mic itself. So this microphone is a 3-pin XLR microphone. It is a dynamic microphone, and you guys know how much I love dynamic microphones. So it's got a dynamic capsule, which means it's going to have fantastic rear rejection, just like the Procaster, just like the Blue Encore 200 that we have used on the channel before. And it's honestly what Heil is known for. They make some of the best dynamic mics on the market. It is of the cardioid polar pattern, so again, that's the heart shaped. You speak into the face of the heart and the rest is rejected around back. The frequency response, okay, so the frequency response of this thing is kind of unique. It is 60 hertz to 16,000 hertz on the music option, and then on the voice option, which is the one that you're listening to right here, is 120 hertz to 16,000 hertz. And I'll switch that over a little bit later in the video to kind of give you guys an idea of what the music option sounds like if you want a little bit more bass response on your voice or whatever you're miking up at that point. Now, the rear rejection of this microphone is also kind of unique to this specific model, and it's got negative 40 decibels of rear rejection. That's probably some of the best rear rejection I've seen on a dynamic microphone of this caliber. This kind of rivals the Procaster in my opinion. It has excellent noise rejection from the rear. So for all of you guys that have those noisy loud keyboards, you may want to take a look at this guy. This also needs 600 ohms balanced of total power to drive the microphone capsule, and it needs at least negative 53.9 decibels of gain to drive the microphone capsule. The max sound pressure level of this microphone is also at 148, so it's got some pretty top-end specs for a dynamic microphone. Speaking about the capsule and the overall build quality of the microphone for a second, this features a 1-inch diaphragm, and it is the same exact diaphragm element that they used in the Heil PR40 microphone, which retails for a little bit more than this guy does. But knowing that it's kind of the same diaphragm and it's of the same caliber and company, that kind of makes me feel better because the PR40 has an excellent sound to it. Now, the way they position the diaphragm in this microphone actually is the reason why it allows for so much rear ejection, which is so great for all of you streamers out there that stream in noisy environments, especially for those of you that really go to like conferences and things of that sort. This microphone would be great for really just blocking out a ton of rear rejection, or if you like to have multiple guests on your stream and you have multiple people talking at one time, this microphone's only going to pick up your voice and your voice only, and not the guest that you have on your stream with you. So definitely take a look at this if you guys have multiple guests, you go to conventions, or you just have a ton of background noise. Say you live in an apartment with multiple people, you have dogs, cats, babies, just anything running around in the house causing noise. This guy's going to help you get rid of some of that stuff in the background. So the way they position the capsule and the way this microphone is tuned is just great for that rear ejection. Now, speaking about that switch for just a second, it has a switch right here, somewhere right here. Yeah, right here. And you can switch between the voice mode, which is that 120 hertz kind of roll off for the bass response, to the 16,000 hertz full frequency response, or it goes all the way down to 60 hertz for the music option. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the music option so you guys can hear the tonality difference between the two. So now we are on the 60 hertz or the music option and I'm speaking into the microphone, and you're probably going to hear a little bit difference in the bassiness of my voice. This is that 60 hertz roll off, whereas the 120 hertz is a little bit higher. So it's getting rid of those low rumbling tones, or the baritone of my voice. I actually prefer this one, but I was using the voice option so you guys can really get a tonality difference for the video. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the video with the 60 hertz or music option enabled on the mic. So this microphone also comes in another color other than black. It comes in purple. So if you guys are like Twitch crazy and you love all of the purple stuff and you just bleed purple, this microphone comes in a purple color. So I was really hoping they would send me the purple one because, of course, Twitch and purple and all of that fun stuff, but they didn't. I got the black one, and the black one is honestly beautiful in my opinion. But it also comes in purple for all of you Twitch junkies out there. So what's this microphone good for? This microphone is going to be a great option for Twitch streamers and broadcasters, pretty much of any caliber. If you guys do like podcasts, you have multiple guests on your Twitch channel. Of course, a lot of podcasts are evolving onto Twitch nowadays. So if you do a lot of podcasting, if you do a lot of talk show style stuff on Twitch, or like I said earlier, if you just stream in a noisy environment, this microphone is going to be for you. This guy is going to be a great option because it has negative 40 decibels of rear rejection. That is crazy. And you guys know me, I love dynamic microphones for that reason, because they do feature a little bit better of rear rejection than their condenser counterparts. This microphone also has a very good tonality to it. I do prefer the music switch on a little bit better, so I get more of the bassy baritone notes from my voice. But for those of you that want that more podcasty sound, flip on that voice option and it gives you the little, it kind of has a bass roll off at 120 hertz. And it really gives you more of that upper frequency kind of airiness to the podcast tone is what I like to call it. So it gives you a little bit more of an airiness feel to your voice. That's not personally for me, because I do enjoy having the more baritone-ish, deep tones to my voice. But there again, everybody is different. If you guys like the sound, the switch is there. It does kind of give you a little bit of customizability to your voice and the frequency response in which this microphone can offer you. So this microphone is great for Twitch streaming, it's great for podcasting, and I think it's one of the better dynamic microphones out there on the market. And honestly, I love the look of this thing. So we're going to kind of talk about what I really like about this thing. The looks are just fantastic. It has a nice kind of desktop. I like the desktop look to this microphone. Of course, you can hang it from a boom arm and it would give you that nice podcast look as well. But it looks awesome. It just has a really nice retro feel to it. It's got that retro kind of podcast broadcast microphone look to it. So I think it's what they call the RCA look. The RCA microphone is what this one's modeled after. But the look is awesome. The build quality is top notch. You guys know Heil makes fantastic microphones. They're all hand built right here in the United States, and that kind of is why you get a little bit of a price premium on top of that. But I also really love the tone of this microphone. You don't need anything that goes all the way up to 20,000 hertz unless you absolutely are just like miking up an instrument or something like that. The podcast tone that this microphone gives off is awesome. It has kind of offers a little bit of customizability with that switch on the back. I do really like that because not everybody's voice is the same. You really only ever see that on a condenser mic, so like the Audio-Technica AT2035. So I'm glad to see it here on this dynamic because it gives you that extra bit of customizability. And if you have multiple of these microphones sitting around, you can fit this microphone to your guest if you have a guest speaker on your channel. This microphone is also very easy to use. It's plug and play, and it comes with a little 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter on the bottom of it. So it's built right in and it's made out of metal. Really good build quality here, and it has this little built-in kind of stand adapter as well in case you want to switch that out for a shock mount. And then the last thing I love about it is that rear rejection. Rear rejection is super sweet, really good at blocking out all of that background noise, low rumbles, hums, all of that stuff. If you have kids running around, you have cats or dogs, animals of any sort meowing or mooing or whatever in the background, it's going to help get rid of all of that stuff. Throw an extra noise gate on top of that through OBS, and your audio is going to be super clean and super crisp and clear. So that's another reason I love this thing. And the fact that it is running the same dynamic coil as the PR40. That's just an added plus on top of it because the PR40 has one of the best dynamic capsules on any microphone on the market today. Now, some cons of this microphone. Literally every piece of technology on the planet has some cons to it. I am kind of being nitpicky here, just letting you guys know though, but of course I like to throw my 2 cents into the mix. This microphone does require a bit of power. All dynamic microphones do, unless you are talking about this guy, the Active Dynamic from Blue. You guys know this thing requires 48 volts of phantom power, but this is like the white whale of dynamics right now. So we're going to set that back over there. This requires a bit of gain range, and most of your interfaces today do not provide the amount of gain that required for this microphone. It's going to be super, super quiet. Your viewers are going to be able to hear you unless you boost it a little bit more in OBS or some other program that you can download that adds additional gain. The M-Track 2x2 that I'm using here does provide negative 55 decibels of gain. So it is enough for the preamps to power this thing. I would still recommend getting something like the Fethead, which I am using right here. Review pending on the Fethead, by the way, or a Cloud Lifter, something that adds additional gain on top of what the preamps in your interface or mixer can provide. Now, the ohms aren't really anything to be concerned with on this one. 600 ohms. The M-Audio M-Track 2x2 provides 3000 ohms of power, so that is enough power for the capsule. But the gain is the thing you need to worry about because it's going to be really quiet unless you add additional gain. Another con to this that a lot of people are going to see is that it is somewhat pricey. Like I said earlier in the video, it's hand built right here in the United States by Heil in Illinois, so it is going to be a little bit more pricey because you get that hand built made in USA premium, but to me it's worth it. The cons aren't anything to kind of write home about. It's all about the microphone. This thing is a fantastic piece of gear, one that's going to be right at home in your broadcast because it's got the looks to do it and it sounds it. Definitely worth it being in a Twitch streaming setup, and I give it huge thumbs up. Heil knocked another one out of the park. This microphone has been so fun to use and I love the look of it. Might actually purchase one of these for myself in the near future just as a test microphone or even using it on the channel. If you guys like the look of this and you want me to start using it in some YouTube videos, I will see about getting my hands on one for myself. But unfortunately, I gotta send this one back to Heil, so can't keep this one. But anyways, guys, that about does it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button before you guys leave today. I would super appreciate it because it allows me to do more of these review videos for you guys. If you guys want to follow me or True Gaming on all of our social medias, be sure to do so. All of those links are down below in the description. I will even leave a link to Heil, the PR77 here that we have on Amazon in case you guys want to pick one up. But guys, that about does it for this video. Be sure to come hang out with me on stream sometime and ask me questions about any tech that you guys may have. Any questions, just throw them at me. I don't care. But guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, White Shadow out.